AP Psych is a great way to interact with your classmates, learn about yourself, the study of the human mind and its functions. Ms. Sports does a great job of teaching psychology by connecting real-world problems to give us a better understanding on how the study of psychology works. When picking an elective, AP Psych is definitely the way to go.
Unless you are planning a career as a mime, the one skill you will definitely need is the ability to communicate effectively. The ability to create a persuasive argument will serve you well in every class you take, and the ability to express yourself confidently and persuasively will help you achieve the results you hope for. In the speech and debate class, there's a place for everyone. Those who want to speak and express their opinions, those who want to act and be dramatic or humorous, and those who want to argue. The class is open to grades 7 through 12, and you can start at any grade level. We all agree that fear of public speaking is most everyone's #1 fear, but I assure you, the benefits of dealing with and overcoming that fear last a lifetime. Participation in speech and debate is the #1 rated activity by college admissions counselors, and according to the Wall Street Journal, it increases your chances of admission to a top-tier college by 60%. And it's fun.
Journalism is an exciting course. My students learned so much this year about the world of news and what news really meant in their worlds, and they learned the media ethics and rights to journalists, how to write and communicate in an effective way in their world. Every student produced their own front page of what an LMP newspaper would look like if we had one here at our school, and it's all student produced content. They learned how to write feature articles, how to write news articles, how to design the actual pages. So what you're looking at here is work that they did all by themselves for every front page. New students should expect diving into the world of news and actually learning how to write news and what news means to students in today's world.
AP Art History is the study of people and cultures through the lens of art. And we look at not only paintings and drawings, but we also look at architecture and all sorts of fun stuff.
We did some projects where we made some of the different architecture out of pretzels and marshmallows.
It's also one of the smallest AP classes.
Okay, so it's a marine science class, and we're learning about the organisms in the ocean and also how humans affect those organisms. So we're learning about abiotic and biotic components, so the living and the non-living parts, and we do that in 3 different ways. So we have note-taking in class, we also have a weekly Pictionary competition, so we can review the vocabulary terms. Then we also have assessments in the form of regular tests and quizzes, but we also have like projects. So the ones that you guys saw there, they were creating a poster on a particular phylum that we can find in the ocean. Then we also have 2 field trip opportunities, one in the fall and one in the spring, and then we also do dissections. So last week we had a squid dissection, and then they have an upcoming dogfish dissection.
Anatomy is the study of human beings, the human body, and specifically different organs, what they do. I like teaching anatomy because it really explains a lot of different processes about our lives and our bodies. You know, why we have our stomachs growl, why do we have certain thoughts that we have, why do we like to exercise, and some people don't like to exercise. Why do we, do a lot of different processes and functions, and I think it does a really great job of explaining all that on a small level, like microscopic level with our cells, but also in a large macroscopic level.
Well, as opposed to my physics classes, solar energy and engineering is more of a project-based class. That doesn't mean we don't have chapter tests and reading to do, but I try to emphasize more of hands-on experience. And generally what we do is you make the project based on the instructions, and then after you've proven that that works, you then get to modify and use your imagination and find ways to improve on it.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Karnbach, and I just want to tell you a little bit about the 3 potential electives that I would be offering. One of them is forensic science, where we will learn about what to do in the crime scene and doing fingerprinting, DNA analysis, blood splatter. It's really kind of a lot of fun. I also can offer AP Environmental, which is mostly a lab-based environmental class, and also a basic environmental, which is just learning the basics of our natural environment and the human's place in that.
Welcome to AP Seminar. This is an interesting class that helps you develop important skills such as research, writing, and most of all, presentation, how to present to an audience. These are very useful skills not only for getting into college, but most importantly for succeeding while at college. And before you ask, no, there's not too much homework this time. See you in seminar.
I'm Albie. I've been in band since 5th grade.
And I am Brandon. I've been in the band since the 6th grade. For me, the best part about being his band is just kind of the group of people you get to be with.
I joined band because I was a stressed out middle schooler.
And especially if you have previous music experience, you should definitely join band.
I'm Dr. Overmeyer. I've been in band for years. Band students tend to score 17 to 20% higher on their SATs. As an instrumentalist, it takes a little bit of a background and development of years. You can join. That's not saying it's not possible. Just understand it's going to be a steep learning curve after you get into high school.
Join band.
Be a part of the band.
Do it. The Rock Band is an ensemble of musicians attending Lake Mary Prep School and involves persons who perform on piano, guitar, bass, drums, and sing. The Rock Band is dedicated to the highest standards of performance of rock repertoire from the 1960s until present day. Students should have previous musical training or permission from the instructor to take the course. Students in the Rock Band will be introduced to elements of rock and roll, popular rock tunes, and learn how to perform these compositions. The emphasis will be on performance practice and musical adaptations of styles. The course is designed for both students who may choose music as a career or those who desire personal enrichment.
Drama is a class to join if you're looking to learn any types of theater like improv, pantomime, acting, monologue, singing even. It's also a class to explore yourself and really gain confidence as well. We don't just do performing, we also teach technical side, so if you're not very comfortable being on stage, that's totally fine because we also cater to that side as well. Don't feel that you have to be super experienced in drama either because we teach from very beginning to super experienced. So if you just want to try it out, then I definitely think it's a class you should take.
Hi, I'm Emily.
And I'm Sophia.
And we're both members of the high school dance team here at LMP called G-Force.
Today we will be talking about taking dance as an elective.
We caught up with Coach Shadow for more.
Here at Lake Mary Prep, we have a middle school dance team called iDance and a high school team called G-Force. We learn various types of dance, including hip-hop, pom, jazz, and lyrical, so you get to try a little bit of everything. Both teams perform at sporting events like football and basketball games, as well as school pep rallies and 2 school concerts in the winter and the spring. So because of this, there is a level of commitment needed for both of these teams. Because we perform at so many school events, we sometimes need to learn dances fairly quickly in order to be prepared for those performances. So you'll be learning a lot of new routines back to back and learning a lot of technique. But we have a really great time doing that. So if you're looking to be a part of a team or becoming a better dancer, then consider joining the dance team next year.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Sophia.
Signing off for GNN.
Hey, you guys look bored.
No. We just don't have any hobbies.
Oh, well I have a hobby for you. You can join TV production.
TV production.
And or film
class.
And you can learn to do this, or that,
or these.
Warning,
so join today.
Mr. Swafford joined the LMP family just last year. His classes have already become very popular among all the students. Today we're going to find out why. What is the most interesting thing about photography?
The most interesting thing about photography is the fact that you get to use cameras to take really awesome pictures, and then I'll show you how to use Photoshop to further manipulate those pictures, either by colorizing them, fixing the exposure, or do some kind of surrealistic art where we can combine pictures with other kinds of art forms or graphics or whatnot. So it's a really kind of cool hodgepodge of photographic skills.
Why should students take photography?
Students should take photography if they're interested in snapping pictures with the camera, and I'm not just talking about with your phones, I'm talking about with the real DSLR camera, which has a couple different lenses on it, and you get some really good, nice control over the frame, over focus, over depth of field, all that stuff. I'll teach you about the whole exposure triad, which is aperture, ISO, and shutter speed. And then, like I said, you still will learn some elements of Photoshop, particularly when it comes to photo manipulation.
If any of this sounds of interest to you, make sure to sign up for his class when filling out electives for next year.
So I teach graphic design. That's a class that's going to cover Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, and Adobe InDesign. They learn not only the difference between raster-based graphics, but also vector-based graphics. And we do all sorts of different skills like photo manipulation, layout. They learn about color theory, about typography. A lot of good skills that we go over with those three programs. Then, naturally, I'd love for you to transition to my animation class where you can use those skills that you learn in Photoshop and Illustrator and take those elements into Adobe After Effects that you can then animate and do all sorts of kind of cool animations.
So Portfolio is a really great option to prep you for AP Art. We do have Advanced Placement Studio Art, and in that class you work on projects. It's entirely project-based. There is a little bit of a research component when you get into the second half of the class, but the first half you work on design and showing your use of design, balance, shape, line, texture to create interesting compositions. And then the second half of the class, you do 12 pieces on any theme of your choosing. This week for Chinese New Year, we've been studying dragons, and they do whatever they choose as long as it incorporates the theme of a dragon. You can study any art medium that's the type of art that you do of your choosing. So if you've taken photography, graphic design, Studio Art 1, if you enjoy ceramics, if you enjoy sculpture, drawing, painting, any medium that you feel you want to create in, you can. And then I give you themes.
In computer science, I teach students how to stay safe online, how the internet actually works, the inner workings of the internet. I teach them how to create research papers based on computer science issues. And I also, at the end of the course, I teach them how to actually program in JavaScript so they can make web pages or web applications for things that they want. And the way that I do it, they can actually share it with their friends and family, that they can play these games that they create on their phones. I teach the programming of Java and how to actually build programs that do things with computer language Java, and hopefully prepare them for careers in computer science. If you learn how to program pretty well, it could be a little side job for you while you're in college. Not only can you make some money programming applications in Java, but Java is a gateway language. So it allows you to learn the programming principles and way of doing things that other programs use in common, so that you can actually not only program in Java, but by the end of my class, all you need is a language reference to program in any other language that you like.
Join Weightlifting Today, coached by Coach Poloni and Coach Carter. Weightlifting is available to all high schoolers to learn about healthier lifestyles and learn new techniques, lifts, and movements. Sign up for weightlifting as an elective for next year.
Yoga is suitable for all students. For athletes, they enjoy working on their flexibility and their strength. And for non-athletes, we enjoy developing balance, flexibility, working on breathing exercises. So yoga is a time in your day where you focus just on you. We start each class with a breathing exercise to help center and focus us. And then we work through some postures. Some days are faster and some days are slower. Some days we work on strength or on balance, and some days we work on stretching. At the end of each class, there is a short meditation or relaxation, again to center ourselves before we join the rest of our day. It's important just to be with ourselves, giving our body and our mind